Hey ladies, how you doing, man? It's Larry Drummer. Hey, I appreciate y'all all vamping with me, man. We on that Vamp Life official tonight. As you can see, man, I'm ducked down in the back cave getting it in tonight and everything like that. So we about to go in. You know what I'm saying? I got my big homie Mark from the Inner Pain Gang family, man. He gonna direct some of this Q&A for me and everything like that. And we just gonna have fun, man. I'm gonna go deep with these questions and try to answer them to the best of my ability and just give you nothing but the real. You know, something that I've been doing since day one. So, you know, hey, with no further introduction, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna let my homie, big homie Mark take over, and we're gonna get it in. All right, ladies.
All right, our first lady we have is Deja Amore. And Deja Amore question is to you, Scorp, is what is your favorite tattoo and does it have a special meaning?
Oh, man. Well, look, special shout out to Deja, man. I appreciate you, hey, always vamping with me and always staying on that fire with a nigga and everything like that. But Deja, I mean, you got to know, you know what I'm saying, my inner pain tattoo mean a lot to me, you know. It's a struggle out here, you know. A lot of people look at my inner pain tat and just think it's, you know what I'm saying, for flair or flash, but it's none of the above, man. I really live it. You know what I'm saying, all them cold nights, you know what I'm saying, all the hard days, all the restless nights, you know what I'm saying, the sleepless days that I'm up on this vamp life is all for what I have inside of me, and that's the inner pain. So that's why I rock it on my hand, you know what I'm saying, that's why I'm going to live it to the day I die. So, you know, it's always inner pain to the death of me, baby. But I appreciate you asking me that question, man, because that's real. Appreciate you, baby.
All right, our next question is from the lovely lady Christina Smith. Christina Smith asks, what are your strengths and or weakness?
Yeah, Christine, you went in on me, didn't you? Shoot, that's what it is, though. Well, I'm going to answer my weakness first. I believe if I had a weakness out here, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not perfect by no means. I think my one weakness would be, I think I overwork myself, you know what I'm saying. I don't ever put nothing over my work. And you know what I'm saying, there's some people out there that might be detrimental to, you know what I'm saying, what they got going on in their life. But to me, it's all I have. So at the end of the day, you know, I feel like maybe sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I might go too hard. Might not know when to sit my ass down or rest or anything like that. So I would think that's one of my biggest weaknesses. Another weakness of mine probably is, you know, I have a big heart. I care. You know what I'm saying? I try to please everybody. That's been me. I grew up in like a good family, a church, God-fearing family. So, you know what I'm saying? For me, it was like, you know, try to make everybody happy. But the older I get, you know what I'm saying, I know that that's just impossible to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know what I'm saying, this world and in these days that we live in. So I think that'll be my biggest weakness too. Now my strength is I'm always gonna believe in myself no matter what. You know, no matter what nobody say about me, no matter what nobody, you know what I'm saying, does to me or put out there a blog about me, I'm always going to do me to the fullest, and I'm going to do it so you can see me, so you can smell me. So, you know, that'll be like my biggest strength, you know what I'm saying? I'm always going to hold me down. I'm always going to believe in myself. So, that's what it is, baby.
All right, let's take our next question from Ruby Rube. And Ruby's question is, if you knew it was going to be your last day on God's green earth, what would you do?
Dang, Ruby, you went in too, huh? Wow. Well, shout outs to Ruby Rude. I hope I got your name right and everything like that. Ruby, be quite honest with you, man, with all the crazy stuff going on, you know, people getting killed left and right out here, man, I'll probably go home, you know. Be straight up with you. Probably go see my little bruh, my mom, just tell them I love them, and just vibe around them, you know what I'm saying, on the time I got left, you know what I'm saying, I just vibe with them and everything. So yeah, I'll probably be at home chilling, kicking back, you know what I'm saying, cap tilted back, chilling, you know what I'm saying, bringing up old memories with mom's dukes. Mom, I love you. Yeah, so that's what something I'll probably be doing, real talk.
All right, our next question is from the lovely Natalie Jones. And her question is it hard letting someone else dance for you since you're used to being the performer?
Damn. You say Natalie it is?
Natalie Jones.
Natalie. Miss Jones, you know, that's a real good question, but this is for all the ladies out there. Hey, I've never had a lady in my life or personal to me in my life dance with me, so I really don't know how to answer that, sweetheart. Like, I never had a lady, dance for me, so that would be something that I would be looking forward to. I think it'll be new. It'll be exciting because, like you say, I'm always on the other end of the spectrum. So, I mean, hey, I have to sit back with my legs open and just, wait on the surprise. You feel me? Like, that'll just be me. That'll be something that I'm going to have to do before it's all said and done.
All right, our next question is from Jasmine Danae Serial. Jasmine Danae Serial. And her question is, what makes every lady on both your Facebook pages so special to you?
Oh, wow. Hey, big shout out to you for asking that. I guess because all the ladies don't judge me. You know what I'm saying? We in a world, judge people left and right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every lady on my page genuinely comes on my page and shows me love and support, and y'all don't ever judge me. I feel like I can put anything out there, and y'all gonna respect it. You might not like everything I do, but at the end of the day, you respect it, and that's what I love, and that's what makes my page fun, makes it fresh. It makes it, something that you can come to and just get away. If you're having a bad day, I'm always gonna put something out there that's gonna be genuine, so to speak. So. I really appreciate all the ladies for always holding me down. Vamp Live 5, Team Scorpio, baby.
All right, Terry Royal is up next. Terry Royal. And her question is, what's the one thing that makes you not perfect? What's the one thing that makes you not perfect?
Hey, well, I had to say, Miss Roy, everybody got flaws. Maybe I'm selfish to a certain extent, I look at all what I got going on for myself right now, and it's kind of like I want it all, I want my cake and eat it too, so to speak. So it's kind of like maybe sometimes I shun out other people's feelings that might care a lot about me, I do know that they do care about me, but at the same time, it's like I feel like I gotta get it. Ain't nobody gonna get it like me. So maybe I sometimes exclude their feelings and just concentrate on my own feelings. And we all know that's not right. But hey, as I grow, I learn, I get better with time, and I'm working on it. So, I think that'll be one thing that definitely doesn't make me perfect. And there's a lot more things out there and everything like that. But that's neither here or there. But at the same time, I think that's one of the biggest things about me that I put myself first, and maybe I should learn how to, at least have everybody on the equal playing ground. So, that's what it is.
All right, our next question, hope I'm pronouncing her name right. It's Fia Burnett. Fia Burnett. And our question is, have you ever attended a college or technical school?
Oh, Fia, yes I have, baby. Actually, it's on my page, The Art Institute of Atlanta is a great school. When I was in the military, actually, I went, did the same job in the military. I was a videographer. So, when I got in the military, moved to Atlanta. And I started going to the Art Institute, Shout out to their video program. They have a bomb-ass video program. If you're in the video or making any type of films, Photoshop, any type of pictures in motion, you should check it out. It's a real good school. Also, I went to AIU. I got a little business degree there, my associate. So, I'm all about education. Just don't look at me and think I'm a dancer, I do got little brains up here, So, it's kind of like, school is good for me. It taught me a lot. It's something that I can build on when all this is said and done, I have big dreams out there. So, definitely. The Art Institute and AIU, I give them both big shout-outs. They played a major role in my life. So, big ups, baby.
All right, coming up next, we got Breezy Bree Baker. Breezy Bree Baker. And her question is, how can you tell if you're really in love? How can you tell if you're really in love?
Wow, Breezy. I guess I would say that the biggest thing, babe, I do stuff that's out the ordinary, I do stuff that I usually don't do, I think everybody has like a limit that they, or something that they won't do. But when you fall in love, love makes you do crazy stuff. So I would have to say that I would do stuff out the norm, I would probably do stuff that I might not be comfortable doing, but at the same time, I want to do it because it's in me, and whoever I'm loving at the time, I just want to do that for her, you know. So that would be my biggest thing, sweetheart. Breezy, I see you out there, girl.
All right, coming up next, we have Miss Tanya Chantel. Tanya Chantel, and her question is, what did or does your mother think about your dancing? How does mama feel?
Ooh. Tanya got to my mama, huh? Well, I think when I first started off, mom was probably a little hesitant about it, you know what I'm saying? She didn't know how she felt about a baby boy out here, you know, stripping, you know what I'm saying, got his ass all out. But as of lately, you know what I'm saying, she's taken to it. She knows my heart in it, and she knows it's a dream of mine, you know. She knows that, you know, that at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to do me, and, you know, I'm going to make her proud, you know what I'm saying. A lot of moms might not be proud of their sons out there scripting, but it's something that's in my heart and it lives with me, and I'm going to do it to my best abilities, and I'm going to treat it as a business, so I'm going to make it work for me. And you know what I'm saying, and mom is finally starting to realize that, and you know, I just want to say, Mom, I love you. I appreciate you always standing behind me, even though, you know, it was kind of rocky in the beginning, but I appreciate that I got your love and support, so, you know, that means a lot to me, Mom.
All right, coming up next, we have a question from Nicole Freeman. And Nicole's question is, what type of high school life did you have? So what was your high school life like?
Hey, Nicole, yes, Nicole. Because you probably didn't think I was going to pick this question or whatnot. But you know what, girl? For all y'all out there, I kind of was a geek, you know, like, you know, I was into the sports and everything like that, but coming from like a teacher home, when mama was a teacher, you know, she always wanted me to do good in the books, but I think it was, you know what I'm saying, me just, you know, being always a teacher's son, especially in Albany and everything like that, so everybody knew me as, you know, Miss Drummer's son, you know, so I was kind of like on the geekish part, but as I started to play sports and everything, you know, very, very huge on sports, football, basketball, track, the whole 9 yards. I started to like find myself a little bit, you know, and everybody likes, you know, competitive, you know, nature of everybody. So, you know, high school for me was like it was like a unhidden road for me, you know, like, you know, I didn't really know where I was going to end up, but you know, I ended up in a good place, you know what I'm saying? It taught me a lot of do's and don'ts with the girls, sports, the education, the whole 9 yards. So, you know, I had to say I was a geek. I really would have to say I was a geek. But I kind of grew out of that. Hopefully I did. And if I'm still a geek, you know, so be it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a geek with a nice smile now. You know, that's it. So, you know, that's what it is, Miss Freeman.
All right, coming up next, we have a question from the lovely Joni Gagnon. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Joni Gagnon. And her question is, since the world met you on Catfish, what are the negatives and the positive you got from it? Now that the world has seen you on Catfish and how big that's got, what are the negatives and positives that you got from it?
Who's this again?
This is from, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Please forgive me if I'm not. But Joni Gagnon. Joni Gagnon.
Joni. Big shout out to you, Joni. That's a real good question because I know a lot of people want to know about this. I basically want to set the record straight, you know. Catfish, you know, did me a lot of good. It opened me up to the world. But before the world, you know what I'm saying, really knew what I was all about, you know what I'm saying, I had my different homies, you know what I'm saying, my different friends that knew, you know what I'm saying, this was a grind for me. I've been doing this for the past like 4 or 5 years, you know. Shout out to big homie AP out there in the pain is the game. And it's always been a struggle for me, man. So I think the best thing that came out of Catfish is the whole world got a chance to realize and see what it is that I do or want to know more about myself and what I do. I think the negative is, you know, everybody thinks because of Catfish, you know, that this is where I'm at. And it's always been, you know what I'm saying, all hard work, blood, sweat, and tears out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've always felt like you got to prepare yourself for something bigger. If you don't prepare yourself, then you will never will get to that moment where, you know, it's a big enough for you and people realize, you know, that you're in a certain position to succeed. So it's kind of like I've always been preparing myself for, like, a big moment, you know. But until I got to that big moment, I always been humble and been myself, and I always known that, you know, you don't get nowhere without putting in hard work. So I think that'd be like the positive and the negatives I got from Catfish. You know, to each his own though, baby.
All right, next question coming from Heather LaDonna Green. Miss Heather LaDonna Green, and her question is, who in your life inspired you to work as hard as you do? Who is your inspiration on your grind? When you get on your grind, who inspires you to work hard like you do?
Wow.
And it may not be one person. You know, it could be several, you know, but who in your life inspires you to work as hard as you do?
My life been a whirlwind, man. I've had so many people that had their imprint on me. I gotta give a big shout out to the big homie Trans, man. The big homie Fi. And, you know, they always, you know what I'm saying, taught me from when I was legit coming up in this game, you know what I'm saying, what I wanted to be and what I need to do and how I need to act. But I would think the person nowadays that I got the most respect for and I look up to is my big homie Apostle, man. You know, it was not only he taught me not only to be successful in the script game, but to be successful in life, in the way I communicate and deal with different people on a business end. You know, like I've always been a hustler, you know what I'm saying? I've always been that type to want to get money. But he taught me how to get money, I want to say corporately. You know, it's not always about like always being in the hood or like focusing on one group of people, if you know what I mean. But to be a variety pack, you know. So I really, really appreciate Big Homie, and I look up to him because he teaches me something every day. You know, a simple 5-minute phone call, man. I learn a lot from him, man. So Big Homie really had an imprint on what I'm doing and what I'm going to continue to do. You know, so I'm really happy and excited about where I'm going and everything. So big up to Big Homie, man, Apostle Payne, a.k.a. Marcus out of doing